I think Jobby is just trying to be funny. I'm being honest. I think you're overanalyzing a channel. Is he hating on Papa Jobby or with him? Maybe you're just angry. Lol, fuck you. Can you, calm down? God, it's for entertainment purposes. Calm the hell down. Saying if it was real people, it's not. Stop complaining. If you don't like his YouTube channel, then don't watch him. Well, fuck you, Boingo writer. Jobby is the best. Fuck you. You on drugs, bro? Why so serious? This video is annoying. Fix your voice. How dare you go on the Swivel King? You're looking into this way too hard. He's not a mastermind. It's a toy channel. Just let it go. I don't know why you hate Jobby the Hong, but I understand that not everybody likes things. I think you read a little too deep into a lot of things. And you're stupid. I beg your goddamn pardon. Jobby gives great review. The idiosyncratics are, in my opinion, secondary. You are dumb. The Swivel here joke is not a bad joke. And I like the Swivel here joke. Everything you say this video is wrong. I like him. Fuck you. Cunt. Fuck off with your opinion, bitch. Kill yourself. Cunt. Fuck you. He's my favorite YouTube. Kill yourself, fucker.
You know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe I was just completely overthinking Jobby the Hong. It's just a YouTube channel. It's just a dude. He's just making jokes, reviewing toys. It's no. He didn't make anything more out of it. Huh? There's a new video out. All right. I was right. I was right. Jobby the Hong just released his review of Shin Godzilla, which is also his 4th anniversary video. And I believe there is a lot of symbolism within it, and I think one of the first ways to see this symbolism is to first destruct and take care of all 5 major characters within this piece. First things first, we gotta talk about the 2 characters who are very major integral parts of this story, but are not within the video itself. First, we have the Gundam Ghost, a representation of his past as a major Gundam model fan, but a feeling of moving beyond it and not necessarily having that be a major focus of his life. This represents as an oncoming ghost haunting him, as if saying that these are still important to him. The other character is Swivel Man. Swivel Man is a lighthearted character, as he's pretty much only dedicated to being a single joke, the Swivel Here joke. But Jobby killed Swivel Man for a very simple purpose, a frustration at the continued use and decontextualization of the Swivel Here joke. Now on to major characters that are actually within the context of the video itself. We have Benny Fine of Swiveltopia. This character is very much Jobby's desire for financial security, financial success, and thus a willingness to compromise on artistic ideals to accomplish it. Hence why this character puts a demonetization sticker on Jobby to preserve himself. This character also recognizes the self-destructive nature that Jobby the Hong is on, and cares not for it, only so far as how it limits himself, seeing the self-destruction as more or less just a way of securing a better future. Next we have a pivotal character within this piece, Jobby the Song. Jobby the Song represents an innocence within Jobby, and as we see at the end of the story, Jobby the Hong is Jobby the Song. The reason for this could be many, but I believe that it's very much an idea that Jobby the Song is an innocence, is a carefree attitude of creation for creation's sake, not for any gain, not for any notoriety, but creation. And ultimately, Jobby the Hong needs that internal innocence in order to be Jobby the Hong, and to get rid of it would be to get rid of himself, and he cannot put himself through that. All that to say, when we look at the main character of all of this, of Jobby the Hong, Jobby Prime, we see a man who's hypercritical of himself, who sees concepts and jokes and past failures and past things that he wants to get rid of as, well, literal things to get rid of. The baggage that these things bring with him do not allow him to create as he feels he could, but as he goes through this journey, he realizes that ultimately that is a part of him, and those concepts, while may not be as important in the future, are still needed in order to build off of what he has. However, he cannot see this directly without being directly confronted with it because of his negativity of his past accomplishments. And a major reason the characters go through this journey, this concept, this idea, is ultimately a deconstruction of himself, his content, and his relation to his fans. Many artists' careers, they get a feeling of a loss of ownership, and what we are seeing here is Jobby regaining a sense of ownership over his art, and not necessarily in a negative way, but just more in a self-assured, self-confidence sort of mentality. The content of Jobby is not us. The content of Jobby is Jobby's, not ours. The content is not ours to cultivate and collect, it is his. And the things that many Jobby fans did take ownership of, like the swivel here joke, were used ad nauseum to the point where Jobby felt frustrated at the joke's potential, at the joke's longevity, at the joke's viral expansion, but not so much of his name. Or it could be a concept of, out of everything Jobby the Hong has made, the fact that swivel here caught on just rubs him the wrong way, as in he put so much work and effort into everything else, yet people only want to hear swivel here. As such, I believe this video could be a video of a warning, not necessarily of a negative warning, as in stop liking my content, but more as a warning to his fans that, yes, you are a fan and you are part of this just as much as I am, but these are my videos. I will make decisions, and just because you don't like them, or you think they are bad, or you think that he shouldn't film the videos the way he does, that is ultimately nil, because he's going to film them any way he deems fit. And he solidifies this idea at the end of the video due to the fact of a fear of alienating his core fan base is no longer concern, as he willingly let Jobby the Hong survive. Ultimately, this thing that he just wanted to do as a side project survives and lives to see another day simply because he wants to do it and not because the fans demand it. He learns this through coming to trust his own creations, hence the final grief over the loss of Gundam Ghost and Swivel Man. Because he realized he took his anger out on concepts that he did feel proud of, but were taken out of his control, instead of the idea that the control itself was the thing that caused the problem. Because of all this stuff, he's come to a feeling of not holding back, of not wanting to limit his scope and his scale, and you can see this in just the entire video of it itself, because we see more than one location. We see all manner of rooms in his house, in a non-linear, non-continual way. Now, in terms of budget and scope, this makes complete and total sense. He does not have a massive budget to go film on location, but in terms of the video itself, it helps. The scaled-back nature of the sets helps create an absurd, surrealist environment for him to embody this mental journey that Jobby the Hong is going through. Due to the variety of continuity mistakes and errors as he goes through the house, you walk outside, go to another door, and then inside is behind the door you just walked through. It creates a disconcerting effect while watching the video, as well as the fact that the cave represents inner turmoil, which is a very obvious and very plain metaphor, but it also represents the raw nature of creativity, because as he walks into the cave, he comes face to face with the beings of his creation that embody his creative nature, and really coming face to face with that concept. Basically, this whole video is him going hard on just being creative. It is him finally letting go all these concepts and ideas that he probably wanted to slowly integrate, or integrate at all, but out of fear of alienating a fan base, didn't. But now that he has come to this conclusion that his own creativity and his own self-confidence in his work supersedes his fan base, we come to this video. as being one of the most exciting and creative pieces of toy review media in quite some time. And to really exemplify this fact, I just want to talk about a 5 to 10 second scene, which I have dubbed "Happiness is a Warm Gun." Now, this scene comes in the middle of the musical piece at the end of the video. This is Jobby the Hong at his lowest point, bringing a gun to his mouth, but as the saxophone-esque solo begins to play, he does not pull the trigger. He simply pantomimes on the gun as if it were a musical instrument. Now, on the first layer, this is packed with symbolism. Of course, suicide being a major motif. Throughout many of Jobby's videos, he has had a running joke of suicide, and this is the final punchline. But instead of going through a suicide in the context of the video, he instead plays it off as if the suicide is not the answer, but simply the setup to the other joke, that life is more important, that life can be fun, that playing with death is ultimately an answer to this self-destructive nature. But underneath, there is another layer of symbolism that you could look at, because in real life, we all understand that that gun is a toy. And being used in this very serious subject matter creates a juxtaposition in your head that this is inherently funny, this is inherently absurd. But this is a toy being used somewhat in a fashion that it was designed for, to replicate a gun. But ultimately, by playing with it in a different way, playing with it as if it was a musical instrument, he inherently shows that that is what his whole show is about. It's about making his own fun with the toys at hand, with his inherent creativity, and that's what Jobby the Hong is about. Ultimately, in totality, Jobby the Hong is making videos about his own creative process and enjoyment of toys, and he is simply bringing us along. This is no longer a review show, in my opinion. This is editorial pieces on the aspect of creativity on an individual through the lens of toys. And yes, that is very, very high-minded and very, very up its own ass, but you know what? Death of the author and everything. Yes, Jobby the Hong has complete ownership of his videos. They are his videos to make and his creative process to go through. But just as much as those are his videos to make, this is my video to make. And if any of these ideas are not complete and true, it does not invalidate them. It does not mean that the symbolism that I saw is invalidated. It just means that it's only symbolism to me. And if you want to take the symbolism and these concepts and these allegories with you as conceptual ideas when you watch this video, that's perfectly fine. And if you feel that these are the ramblings of a madman and should not be taken into account, that is also perfectly fine. Rather than thinking I overthink this, I just want to mention that when I made my first video, Jobby the Hong basically said that I understood his channel better than he did, so you all can, like, suck it?